Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next topic that is nothing but a few problems which can be solved using our genetic algorithm or genetic method, guys. Okay, so these problems I'm not going to solve step by step from first to last, guys, because in examination anyone is not going to give you a direct problem to solve. So your goal here is to learn the concept, that's it. So how they are solved in examination, you need to write those steps, or your understanding you need to write, that's it. Okay, yes. So the first two problems are nothing but the knapsack and traveling salesman problem. So your question will be, so why didn't I write the theory for these two, right? Yes. So the main thing is, in knapsack I took a direct example of that only, right, in our main flowchart explanation. Yes, so you can just write the example of that. The same concept will also work for traveling salesman. So basically in traveling salesman also, our goal is to find the shortest path in which he can go and he can come back to the start point, right? Yes, so the same concept. So initially you will be generating a population. Okay, so among that population you will check the convergence. Okay, so if the convergence is not satisfied, you will start reproduction. Okay, so you will take you will do selection and all those process. You will select all the things. Okay, so basically you will evaluate all the things. You will take the best two of them. So you will start a reproduction. Okay, so you will do crossing, you will do mutation, then you will again send it to the convergence. You will check whether it is proper or not. You will continue this process until you get the optimized result, right? Yes, so the same concept can be written for two problems, guys. Okay, so now we are done with these two problems, right? Yes, so let us continue. So we are done with two problems. The third problem which can be solved using genetic algorithm is tournament selection, guys. Okay, so assume that there is a tournament going on. Okay, so based on points you need to give who is the winner, guys. Okay, or you assume that already the scoreboards have been given, but you want to find the who is having the maximum value. Any of these examples will work. Okay, yes. So in this situation, if you are having a capital N number of items, that is nothing but assume in an example 100 items. So among these 100, you will select any N examples which is a very less than N. Okay, so when compared to small n, so this is the relation where N is very small than N. So in this example, we took only 8 inputs, whereas our entries in our total list are 100. So we took among those 100, we took 8 of them, and based on those values we started moving them up. So basically among these two, who is the winner, guys? Ninth guy, sorry, A, 9 value. Similarly among these two, 6, that is C. Among these two, 7, that is F. Among these two, G. Okay, so in this way you will be slowly moving up and ending up with the maximum one, right? So you will be storing these winners somewhere. Similarly, you will take from N, you will take around 10 samples, assume in that way. Okay, so at the end you ended up with 10 winners, right? Yes, so with this 10 winners you will again perform the same operation and you find the maximum guy in those 10 values, guys. So at the end you will say that he is the whole and sole winner of the whole competition. So in this way the tournament selection will work. So in this scheme we select the tournament size small n in random. If number of participants are capital N, that is 80, and we are having 8. So I took here 80 and 8 as an example. So you can take any example, guys. Okay, yes. So there we form the tournament, then select the winner at each round and decide the final winner. Okay, so again take 8 from the whole sample and continue collecting the winners. So once we collect as many winners until we are satisfied, finally we conduct tournaments between all winners to find the ultimate winner. So who is the final tournament winner? So we'll be finding him. So this concept is also we are solving it using genetic algorithm, guys. It is possible. Okay, similarly two more possibilities are nothing but the first is a roulette wheel. Okay, some updated version of a roulette wheel is nothing but the rank based selection, guys. Okay, so let us first start with the roulette wheel. Okay, so roulette wheel is almost just based on the values, guys. In simple words you can say. So here I gave the coding values as A, B, C, D, E, right, and the values as a 5, 2, 0.5, 1.51. So what is the total of all these values, guys? It is a 10. So 5 is a how much of this percentage? 50%. 2 is a 20%. 0.5 is 5%. 15% is 10%. So based on these percentages we will draw a circle, and based on those percentages we will allocate the areas for them directly based on the percentages, and we will rotate the wheel and we will check what we are getting as the output. Okay, so in this way you will be selecting the inputs or selecting the things in genetic algorithm, guys. Okay, so this is a method you can say, but the only disadvantage is here is, so as the value of A is high, so there is a high probability that it is going to be selected most of the times, right? Yes, so this disadvantage is removed in our rank based method. So basically instead of using those values directly, we will be giving a ranks. So the only thing that you should remember is here we'll be giving the reverse ranks, guys. So most of the times we'll be saying, right, so what is your rank in your class, whenever your parents will be asking, so you'll be comedily saying, or you'll be wantedly saying that from last I'm the first ranker, right? Yes, so in the same way here also we'll be giving from the last values. So basically 0.1 0.5 will get first rank, 1.5 will get third rank, he will get second rank, he will get fourth rank, he will get fifth rank. So in this way now you calculate the ranks total, which is 15, and now you allocate the percentages, guys. So this percentage is a far better than the previous, right? So previously it was 50%, now it is 33.33, which is mostly better percentage, right? Yes, so in this way also you can select the item. So basically here also you will rotate the wheel, you will be getting a value, right? Yes, so I hope everyone got some basic idea about some applications of genetic algorithm, right? Yes, so in the next lecture, let us go through genetic programming. So basically in computer programming, can we use this genetic programming? So we'll be discussing about that in our next lecture, guys. Okay, yes, so I hope everyone got some clear idea about the 5 application examples, right? Yes, so let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you, thanks for watching.